Hello everybody, thank you all muchly for tuning in. It's Beer Monster O'Clock. And today I've got another beer battle for you guys. I've not done one for a while, and I quite enjoy doing these. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? Sometimes when you're trying two different beers, they can mess up each other's tastes and all that, but it's all a bit of fun, isn't it? And this beer battle is focused around value for money, because nobody's got any bloody money, have they? Because the price of everything is going up, even beer's starting to go up now. But these are sort of, budget beers. We've got Perlenbacher here, which is from Lidl's, and it's going to be going against Rheinbacher pilsner from Aldi's. So, I'll put these against each other because they're both 4.5% ABV. They were both German beers by the German purity law, but there's been a change. So other people may have done this, but probably with different beers. Because, for instance, the Rheinbacher here used to be 4.9%, I believe, and they lowered it a few years ago to 4.5%. Is that got to affect the battle? But does still say on the can that it's brewed in accordance with the German purity law on the front there. You might just be able to make it out. 500ml can, this one, whereas the Perlenbacher is only 440ml. They're around the same price, I believe. I know that the Rheinbacher was $3.59 for four 500ml cans, which is fantastic value if it's any good. Pretty sure the Perlenbacher is around the same price. So straight away, you're getting a bigger can in your Aldi's, isn't you? This one doesn't say anymore that it's brewed by the German purity law, so you can bet your left testicle it ain't, because it would definitely be on the can. This one just says Lidl Great Britain Limited, Lidl House, Kingston Road, Lidl Island. It doesn't mention nothing about being German anymore, so I reckon it's either brewed in the UK or somewhere like France, I guess. And it definitely would have been changed. It just says it contains barley. It doesn't mention about the other ingredients. So I think Lidl being a bit crafty, and they've probably made their beer worse. I tried it out of a bottle about a year ago, and from what I can remember, it was disgusting. But the bottle is different from the can version. I think the bottle was like 4.849% ABV, and the can's 4.5%. Oddly, whereas the Rheinbacher, the bottled version, is still consistent with a 4.5%. So there we go. I know that the Perlenbacher is 15 IBUs. I'm not too sure about the Rheinbacher. I couldn't find the information about that one. But yeah, it's nice to know this one's brewed by the German purity law. Let's start with the Perlenbacher. Let's get them in a glass and see what they look like first, and see what one looks better. I'm putting them in identical Foster's glasses. I know Foster's is a crap beer. It's only a glass, isn't it? They're both lager glasses, so it's fair, isn't it? Let me know if you've tried these beers. What you think of them? What one do you think's best? Do you think they're good value for money or what? Another beer I would have loved to have put in this battle, because I think it's very good, but I'm going to mention it anyway. Just for you that are looking for a bargain beer, another good one is that Asda do a pilsner, and it's actually 5% ABV, and it comes in about £3.40 for 4 cans, and they're 500ml cans as well. So you're getting an extra 0.5% ABV. It's not the most amazing beer in the world, but for that price, I think it's bloody good, and it's a damn sight better than UK brewed Stella and stuff like that. There's a Perlenbacher. Got really white head, quite big bubbles in this one, as you can see. It's a pale golden straw sort of colour. Don't look too bad though, all things considered. Cheap beer. Don't look too bad. Let's get the Rheinbacher pilsner in the glass. Of course, Rheinbacher also do a Weiss beer in Aldi's as well, and that's pretty good value for money. It's not as good as the big boys with Franz Skyners and stuff like that, but that's also worth checking out if you like your wheat beers and you want a cheap beer. Although that's not as cheap as it used to be. I can't remember how much it is now, but definitely noticeably gone up, that one. And there is the Rheinbacher. Of course, the Rheinbacher's got a big head, but I have only just poured that, so we give the Perlenbacher the benefit of the doubt for now. The bubbles in the Rheinbacher, the head, are a lot more compact. The bubbles rising up the glass are definitely smaller in the Rheinbacher, as you can see, but about the same levels of carbonation, very similar in colour. I'd say they're both a sort of straw or light golden colour. Whatever you fancy calling it, but they're very similar. I do think the head is going to retain a bit better on the Rheinbacher by the looks of it, but time will tell, won't it? Stick that one down there for a minute, because my table's it's only like a cardboard box with a tea towel on it. Let's check out the aromas of the Perlenbacher, Lidl's Perlenbacher Pils, 4.5% one, which, like I said, is different from the one in the bottle, remember? It don't really smell like bugger all, if I'm honest with you. There's a slight kind of malty, like a barley, a very cheap smelling malt. Slight sweetness about that cheap smelling malt. Can't say it smells bad, because it really don't smell like much at all. I mean, lagers don't smell like much, do they? Really. The fact that it's not got much aroma don't really mean much, because some of the best lagers I've ever tried, like the Oktoberfest lagers and stuff like that, didn't have much aroma, and they completely blew me away in the taste. All right, let's get the nose in with the Rheinbacher. See if it smells any different. Straight away, that's better. Aroma-wise, it's only aroma in it, but this one smells grassy, touch of citrus, little bit of spice. This one actually smells like a pilsner. This just smells like some shitty cheap lager, the Perlenbacher, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's all about the taste though, isn't it? So let's chuck them down my neck and see who becomes victorious in this beer battle. Will it be Lidl or Aldi's like cheap beers? Let's go in with the Perlenbacher and see what she's all about. Cheers everybody. Prost if you're German. Bosh. That's not good. I'm trying not to be too critical, because it's dirt cheap, you know. But the only first impression I could really come up with is shit. No excuses. I mean, I don't think I tried it back when it was brewed by the German purity law, before they obviously have changed it to what this is now. This isn't good. It doesn't taste anything like a pilsner. First of all, it's really, really metallic. I mean, a lot of the cheaper lagers, they're a bit metallic, and you can forgive them for it, I suppose. But this is like properly metallic, like crazy levels. Just don't taste quite right to me. A slight little malty hint. It's just pure metallic piss water. There's no flavour to this, no quality to it. It's like drinking a really bitter, it's not bitter, sorry, it's like really metallic bud or something, you know. It's like bloody beer flavoured water with a horrible astringent sort of bitterness to it. I mean, this is pretty bad. You might as well go and drink UK brewed Stella or something, because this is sort of shit like that, to be honest with you. May even be worse. I mean, at a push you could say it's drinkable, but yeah, the Asda one is definitely better than that. Definitely 100% better than that. So if that's sort of one of your go-to lagers, check out the one in Asda if you've got an Asda near you. A lot of it's going to sort of come down to what supermarkets are closest and stuff like that. But even if this was the closest to me, Lidl actually happens to be the furthest away, and I'm quite glad, because that is not good. Anyway, let's go in with the Rheinbacher. Hopefully this one's better. And also I want to give a shout out to Steinhauser, which is another beer you can pick up in Aldi's, which is also brewed by the German purity law, which I believe is 4.8% ABV, which is absolutely fantastic. But I think it's had a bit of a surge in popularity or something, because all of a sudden the price ain't so cheap. It's like a fiver now for 6 330ml bottles, which is still pretty good. You know, but these are a lot cheaper, which is why I'm leaving that one out of the sort of competition. Putting the Asda one in here would be fair, because they're all the same sort of price, you know. But the Steinhauser is probably the next level up to these two. But you're paying a little bit extra, you know, but the honourable mentions of that one. Anyway, going with the Rheinbacher. The head's definitely held better. We've got a bit of lacing on this one as well, which of course is a good sign of quality. Let's chuck it down my neck and see what it's all about. Cheers, everybody. Bosh. It absolutely blows that out of the water. Like, I knew that was shit just by trying it, that Perlenbacher. But going from that to that, this is not even... These should be close. This should be a good beer battle when you take everything into account, you know, the price, both German supermarkets. This is a completely different ball game, this. And for me, this isn't as good as Steinhauser, but I tell you what, it's better than that pathetic excuse of a beer from Lidl. Why bother changing it, you know? Obviously, to save them money. Nobody wanted them to change it because people used to be a fan of this. That now, if you've tried the old one, what it used to be, try that shit now, you'd be shocked. And put it up against this yourself, because I'm telling you, nobody would pick. I'm pretty sure if you actually done this yourself, nobody would pick Perlenbacher over that. There's not a chance. This has got so much more flavour straight away. It's crisp, it's refreshing. It tastes like a pilsner for a start, which is, you know, clever little thing really, isn't it? When you're a pilsner, tastes like a pilsner. It's cheap, don't get me wrong, but it's decent. It's what a cheap lager should be. It should still be drinkable. It shouldn't be nasty metallic off flavours or anything like that. This has got decent flavours to it. You've got a nice citriness to it. It's floral. Got a nice bitterness on the end. A decent bit in this with kind of like a bit of peppery spice in there as well for good measure. This is nice. I could quite happily session this. I would highly recommend this beer if you're struggling for money and you just fancy getting pissed on something half decent. It's a sessionable lager. It's 4.5% and it's a damn sight better than that. It's got a nice crisp dryness to the finish. A little bit of like lemon zest or something in there. No, notice as I'm drinking this beer, I'm getting all these different flavours coming through. You know, you can tell. Sorry about that, guys. I ran out of memory on my phone. I do apologise about that short break there. As I was saying, clearly the Rheinbacher is a lot better. I'm going to finish this up quickly because I've not got much memory on my phone, but let's have one more go on the Perlenbacher. It's actually disgusting. It's awful. Really, really bad. Lidl, sort it out. It's awful. Right, scores. Perlenbacher, 1.5 out of 10. It's that bad, guys. It's bloody terrible. Whereas Rheinbacher, this is a decent budget lager for me. Very sessionable, plenty of flavour, a decent pilsner. I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10. For a budget lager, you can't really go wrong. I say also check out the one in Asda if you're looking for a cheap beer, struggling for money. And if you can afford it, Rheinbacher from Aldi is a little bit better than these. And don't bother with that shit. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this video, guys. Sorry I had to cut it a bit short at the end there. And consider subscribing to the channel. And bye-bye, darlings.